Nirjala Ekadashi. Once Bhimasena, the younger brother of Maharaja Yudhishthira, asked the great sage Srila Vyasadeva, the grandfather of the Pandavas, if it is possible to return to the spiritual world without having observed all the rules and regulations of the Ekadashi fast. Bhimasena said, O greatly intelligent and learned grandfather, my brother Yudhishthira, my dear mother Kunti, and my beloved wife Draupadi, as well as Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva, fast completely on each Ekadashi and strictly follow all the rules, guidelines, and regulative injunctions of that sacred day. Being very religious, they always tell me that I should also fast on that day, too. But, oh grandfather, I tell them that I cannot live without eating, because unbearable to me, I can give widely in charity and worship Sri Keshava properly, but I cannot be asked to fast on Ekadashi. Please tell me how I can obtain the same merits result without fasting. Hearing these words, Srila Vyasadeva replied, if you want to go to the heavenly planets and avoid the hellish planets, you should indeed observe and fast on both the light and dark Ekadashis. Bhima replied, O great intelligent grandfather, please listen to my plea. O greatest of Munis, since I cannot live if I eat only once in a day, how can I possibly live if I fast completely? Within my stomach burns a special fire named Vrka, the fire of digestion. Only when I eat to my full satisfaction does the fire in my stomach become satisfied. O great sage, I might possibly be able to fast only once, so I beg that you tell me of an Ekadashi that is worthy of my fasting and that includes all other Ekadashis. I shall faithfully observe that fast and hopefully still become eligible for liberation. Srila Vyasadeva replied, O king, you have heard from me about the various kinds of occupational duties, such as elaborate Vedic ceremonies and pujas. In the Kali Yuga, however, no one will be able to observe all these occupational and functional duties properly. I shall therefore tell you how, at practically no expense, one can endure some small austerity and achieve the greatest benefit and result in happiness. The essence of what is written in the Vedic literature known as Purāṇas is that one should not eat on either the dark or light fortnight Ekadaśīs. One who fasts on Ekadashi is saved from going to the hellish planets. Hearing Srila Vyasadeva words, Bhimasena, the strongest of all warriors, became frightened and began to shake like a leaf on a banyan tree in a strong wind. The frightened Bhimasena then said, O grandfather, what should I do? I am completely unable and ill-equipped to fast twice in a month through the year. Please tell me of the one fasting day that will bestow the great benefits upon me. Vyasadeva replied, without drinking even water, you should fast on the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the months Jesta. It's like May, June. When the sun travels in the sign of Gemini and Taurus. According to learned personalities, on this day one may bath and perform achamana for purification, but while performing achamana, one may drink only that amount of water equal to a drop of gold, or that amount it takes to immerse a single mustard seed. Only this amount of water should be placed in the right palm for sipping, which one should form to resemble a cow's ear. If one drinks more water than this, he might as well have drunk wine. One must certainly not eat anything, for if he does so, he breaks his fast. This rigid fast is in effect from sunrise of the Ekadashi day to sunrise of the Dvadashi day. If a person endeavors to observe this great fast very strictly, he easily achieves the result of observing all 24 other Ekadashi fasts through the entire year. On Dvadashi, the devotee should bath early in the morning, then according to the prescribed rules, guidelines and regulative injunctions, and of course depending on his ability, he should give some gold and water to worthy brahmanas. Finally, he should cheerfully honor prasadam with the brahmana. O Bhimasena, one who can fast on this special Ekadashi in this manner reaps the benefit of having fasted on every Ekadashi during the year. There is no doubt of this, nor should there be. or Bhima, now here's a specific merit one gets by fasting on this Ekadashi. The Supreme Lord Keshava, who holds a conch, discs, club and lotus, personally told me, everyone should take shelter of me and follow my instructions. Then he told me that one of who fasts on this Ekadashi without taking even drinking water or eating becomes free of all sinful reactions, and that one who observes the difficult Nirjala fast on Jyesha Shukla Ekadashi truly reaps the benefit of all other Ekadashi fasts. O Bhimasena, in the Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, when all the principles of the Vedas will have been destroyed or greatly minimized, and when there will be no proper charity or observance of the ancient Vedic principles and ceremonies, how will there be any means of purifying the self? But there is the opportunity to fast on Ekadashi and become free of all one's sins, past sins. O son of Vayu, what more can I say to you? You should not eat during the Ekadashis that occur during the dark and light fortnights. And you should even give up drinking water on the particular auspicious Ekadashi, day of Jyesha Shukla Ekadashi, of Vrkodara. Whoever fasts on this Ekadashi receives the merits of bathing in all the places of pilgrimage, giving all kinds of charities to worthy persons, and fasting on all the dark and light Ekadashis through the year in one go. Of this there is no doubt. O tiger among the men, whoever fasts on this Ekadashi truly becomes a great person and achieves all manner of opulence and wealth, grains, strength and health. And at the fearful moment of death, the terrible Yamadutas, whose complexions are yellow and black, who brandish huge maces and twirl mystic pasha ropes in the air for binding their victims, will refuse to approach him. Rather, such a faithful soul will at once be taken to the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu by the Vishnudutas, whose transcendently beautiful forms are clothed in gorgeous yellowish garments, and who each hold a disc, club, conch, and lotus in their 4 hands, resembling Lord Vishnu. It is to gain all these benefits that one should certainly fast on this very auspicious and important Ekadashi, even from water. When the other Pandavas heard about the benefits to be gained by the following Jyesha Shukla Ekadashi, they resolved to observe it exactly as their grandfather Srila Vyasadeva had explained it to their brother Bhimasena. All the Pandavas observed it by refraining from eating or drinking anything, and thus this day is also known as Pandava Nirjala Dvadashi. Srila Vyasadeva continued, O Bhimasena, therefore, you should observe this important fast to remove all your past sinful reactions. You should pray to the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Sri Krishna, in this way, making your Sankalpa declaration. O Lord of all the demigods, O Supreme Personality of God, I shall observe Ekadashi without taking any water. O unlimited Ananta, I shall break fast on the next day Dvadashi. Therefore, to remove all the sins, the devotee should honor this Ekadashi fast with full faith in the Lord and with full control over his senses. Whether his sins are equal in volume of Mount Sumeru or to Mandarachala hill, if he or she observes this Ekadashi, the sins that have been accumulated all become nullified and are burned to ashes. Such is the great power of this Ekadashi. O best of human beings, also a person should also give water and cows in charity during this Ekadashi. If for some reason or other he cannot, then he should give qualified Brahmana some clothes or a pot filled with water. Indeed, the merit achieved by giving water alone equals that gained by giving gold 10 million times a day. O Bhima, Lord Sri Krishna has said that whoever observes this Ekadashi should take a holy bath, give charity to a worthy person, chant the Lord's holy names on a japamala, and perform some kind of recommended sacrifice. For by doing these things, on this day, one receives imperishable benefits. There is no need to perform any other kinds of religious duty. Observance of this Ekadashi fast alone promotes one to the supreme abode of Sri Vishnu. O best of Kurus, if one donates gold, clothes, or anything else in this day, the merit one obtains is imperishable. Remember, whoever eats any grains on Ekadashi becomes contained by sin, and verily eats only sin. In effect, he has already become a dog-eater, and after death he suffers a hellish existence. But he who observes this sacred Jyesha Sukla Ekadashi and gives something in charity certainly achieves liberation from the cycle of repeated birth and death, and attains to the supreme abode. Observing this Ekadashi, which is merged by Dvadashi, frees one from the horrible sin of killing a Brahmana, drinking liquor and wine, becoming envious of one's spiritual master and ignoring his instructions, and continually telling lies. Furthermore, O best of beings, any man or woman who observes this fast properly and worships the Supreme Lord Jalshayi, he who sleeps on the water, and who on the next day satisfies a qualified Brahmana with nice sweets and donation of cows and money, such a person certainly pleases the Supreme Vasudeva. So much so that 100 previous generations in his family undoubtedly go to the Supreme Lord's abode, even though they might have been very sinful or bad character and guilty of suicide, etc. Indeed, one who observes this amazing Ekadashi rides on a glorious celestial airplane to the Lord's abode. One who on this day gives a Brahmana a water pot, an umbrella or shoes surely goes to the heavenly planets. Indeed, who simply hears these glories also attains to the transcendental abode of Supreme Lord Sri Vishnu. Whoever performs the Shraddha ceremony to the forefathers on the dark moon day called Amavasya, particularly if it occurs on that time of solar eclipse, and doubly achieves great merit. But this same merit is achieved by him who simply hears this sacred narration. So powerful and so dear to the Lord is Ekadashi. One should clean his teeth properly and without eating or drinking observe this Ekadashi to please the Supreme Lord Keshava. On the day after Ekadashi, one should worship the Supreme Personality of God in his form as Trivikrama by offering him water, flowers, incense, and a brightly burning lamp. Then the devotees should pray from the heart, O God of gods, O deliverer of everyone, O Hrishikesha, master of senses, kindly bestow upon me the gift of liberation. Thought I can offer you nothing greater than this humble pot filled with water. Then the devotee should donate the water pot to a Brahmana. O Bhimasena, after this Ekadashi fast and donating the recommended items according to his ability, the devotee should feed Brahmanas and therefore honor prasadam silently. Srila Vyasadeva concluded, I strongly urge you to fast on this auspicious, purifying, sin-devouring Dvadashi in just the way I have outlined. Thus you will be completely freed from all sins and reach the supreme abode. Thus ends Vrijava's narration of the glories of Jyesha Sukla Ekadashi, of Bhimasena, Nirjala Ekadashi from the Brahma Vaivarata Purāṇa.